All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect wishing the faith in truth and in sincerity, with hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. The serpent juice is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom dwelling nightly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as is written. Let me say that once more. The one the world ignorantly called Jesus, which his name is Yahweh Shai, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as is written. The day of judgment, the day of vengeance is in my heart. So with that being declared, I just want to do a quick video on this clip that I saw from Tommy Bites, the young lady that put up a lot of good videos, fair use. So with that being said, I want to bring forth this precept first, and then I'm going to play the video to follow, because right now we're in some very serious times, as written in 2 Esdras 8 verse 50. So many great miseries shall be done unto them that in the latter times shall dwell upon the earth, because they have walked in great pride. And it is obvious or evident right now that we're amongst prideful people, people that cannot take correction, people that reject the truth. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your power is crying out to you by His servants, the prophets, declaring Yahweh Shai in your ears. But you reject the truth and trust in falsehood and stay thereon. So let's go straight into it. This is Haggai 1 verse 5. Now therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And ye that earn it wages to put it into a bag with holes. Right now, this is how the society is. People cannot see them way out. Even people who say them have a so-called good job, see how the times is hard, and it's going to get worse. And the thing is, this is engineered by the global elites to bring this collapse, to bring this new world order where they talk about reset, And we here at Great Millstone have been talking about the hot topic, which is the RFID microchip, the MOTB, which is going to be a new way of buying and selling upon the earth, which is going to be an identification in the system being implemented. You have a lot of men out there who believe otherwise, and it's going to be proven before your eyes that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is dealing with, from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone right down. He have given us utterance to declare these things in your ears, because it's going to be so evident. Not one rebuttal is going to be coming from your mouth at that time. So let's run this clip.
Very, 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 very bad. breaking news just a few minutes ago out of Washington that the Federal Reserve has come out and said that gasoline prices will average at least $5 per gallon by June, and they said there's no way to stop this with what's happening in the economy. Buckle up, it's going to get worse.
My dad just told me to order a pallet of water from Costco, and I don't really know what that means, but I ordered it, and now I'm waiting for it, and I'm scared that it won't fit in my truck.
We just got hit with a price increase for all distributors that we work with nationwide, which means that materials that we used to use, like shingles and siding materials, went up about 8 to 9% on the 18th of April. And we just received another email that says on June 1st, pricing is going to go up an additional 10 to 12%. With this price increase, a roof that last month would have cost, let's say, $10,000, this month is going to cost closer to $11,000. And that same roof that cost $10,000 last month, after June 1st, could cost closer to $13,000. I don't like it when people say stuff like, get it now or it'll be more expensive tomorrow, or get it now or it's going to be gone tomorrow. But that's kind of what's happening now.
Okay, guys, so I'm at Walmart right now, and considering everything that's going on with the war and whatnot, I think people are finally starting to wake up. More people are getting woke, and I'm going to show you why. Hold on. Okay, so anyways, hopefully you can still see and hear. But anyways, this section right here, this is usually where they keep all the dehydrated food, all the emergency tubs, things like that. This damn thing never is touched, and look at it now. I'm really hoping we don't go into another situation like COVID and toilet paper and all that other kind of shit keeps disappearing. But this right here tells me something. I live in Oregon, in a little bitty place in the mountains.
So she said by just that she can tell that something is off, and she's not wrong. So let's go into the scripts and show that from the scriptures. So this is 2nd Ezra 6 verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Right now, who you hear a complaint? Farmers. They must be the first people that cry out. I cry about various things like fertilizer. You know, the various things that they have to buy for help with them growing of various agriculture. You know, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So you have a lot of people that are living a false illusion of comfort, believing that these supermarkets, you know, are going to always have various essentials that they need. That's a lie. And the demic give you an example of how things is gonna be in those times. You're gonna have a lack of resources. You have people right now that come to the realization to them to start stack up, but that in itself not gonna help them from what is to come. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you need to come to the realization, in which we know you're not, only the elect is going to, that no matter the level of preparation you have in this world, carnally, it's not going to help you with the destruction that is to come, the level of famine that is to come, the level of this chaos that is going to be in the streets. That's why it is written in, I want to say, 1 Peter 3 or 2 Peter 3. Let me go for it and come back to this precept. I don't want to quote the wrong precept. So it's 1 Peter then. Hmm? No, Peter's. Timothy's. My bad. My bad. I don't know why I say Peter's. Timothy's. So it's 2 Peter's 3 verse 1. It says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." And when you look up that word perilous, you go back to the Greek word kalekos, which means hard to bear, troublesome, savage, dangerous, fierce. This is going to be how chaotic the world is going to be. And in the midst of that chaotic world, the individuals and the characteristics that people are going to have in those times, let's even go into some of them. It's for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, trust breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. And just look right now. Look on the world itself. And these are the people living amongst us now. So going back to 2 Ezra 6 verse 22. See up here. So I want to read it once more. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friend fight one against another, like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The spring of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." So what could have take place upon earth make your friend I go fight against you like enemies, yo? Famine, the lack of resources, the lack of bread. When I read 2 Ezra 15, it tells us you kick off your neighbor door, yo. Worse, if I see I bring in groceries and I stock up on goods, the thought that could come to your mind, yo. A lot of people disregard the things that we have been saying out there for decades now, yo. As it's written, the poor man's wisdom is despised. They despise the words that are being uttered out of the mouth of the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the prophets. But they rather to consider what Esau is saying, you know. And that, go back to the scriptures. I want to say what? Ecclesiastes 13. Let me see if I can get that. I haven't bring out that in a while, though. Because even right now, this video is longer than I was going to make it, but it's just a spirit. Alright, this is Ecclesiastes 13, verse 22. When a rich man, Ecclesiastes 13, verse 22, when a rich man is fallen, he had many helpers, he speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slippeth, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely, and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And this is how them look on us when them see us out there in the highways and byways, yo. I want man, but now Bible and I read. Yesterday we were out there and we can look in at the lady face as she walk by, and the lady is utterly disgusted with us, yo. What we have done so much make it this the other level of disgust, and same time I did it. Me hear one of the lady over across the road from us, where I work for Flo, I cuss on our somebody, I remember one of our co-worker, and I said, them worse than them man they over there, so. What we done to you so offensive that we are the worst? But the scripture say, that's why it was appointed unto us, you know, that we are spectacle unto men. And when you go down into that, it tell us that we are the scum of the earth, yo, to people. Why? Because we are declare the truth. We are declare things that they don't want to hear. They want to be stuck in this delusion that they're in. And that's why they're going to believe a lie as it is written in 2 Thessalonians. So let's continue. So it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. And that's why the scripture quote in our proverb, the poor man's wisdom is despised. But as written in 1 Corinthians, say, look at your calling, brethren. That is the thing where them not know, yo. Where them a look for see, them not go see, yo. The Lord that can rise up the meek to declare his words, yo. Those who can't believe that them really have the truth. So going back to this clip.
I guess better be safe than sorry.
I don't know what I think's going to happen. I think that by the time the summer gets here, that gas is going to be astronomical, that they are going to start cutting back on what they think we can do as far as our movements are concerned, that flights will start being priced out of people's price range.
Shit's about to get very, 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 very bad.
Hey y'all, so I kind of been lounging around and also just getting myself together because, you know, I had a stomach bug on Mother's Day. And if you didn't know, now you know, but I'm doing a lot better. So I have to head out. I have to go get feed for the girls, the chickens, if you're new to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, welcome into Timebase TV and Homestead. I do have a small homestead here in the mountains of North Carolina where I am trying to grow my own food. And I also...
Alright. See, just saying it. See, like, Tommy Bites now where I do these things and I prepare and I give people these information. People are going to come phone, you know. The government, and if not the government, people will sooner and sooner do. When you don't have enough bullets on the gun, that's how serious the time is, yo. So I said I wasn't going to make this video very long. Just showing you the state of the economy by just showing you America right now. But this is not just taking place in America, this is a global event. So with that I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Hawashai, Ba'ashim Kodash. So let's watch a little more and I'm just going to cut the video.
Raise backyard chickens, and so we have to do what we have to do. I stockpile food, so I do preparedness. I do prepping over here as well. I haven't been showing a lot of it. Doesn't mean I haven't been doing it though, but I have been doing a lot of news stories to let you know what's going on out here. That being said, fuel prices are outrageous. So outrageous that people cannot afford food. They cannot afford gas. They cannot afford their bills. And they're having that age-old question that question that, hey, my mom, probably yours too, and before went through. What do I pay this month? How much of this can I put towards this and keep that bill on so that I can spread my money, what little I have?
Going back to the first precept that I bring out, bag with holes. Out here you have a tune called Hand to Mouth. The assassin sing, you know. As in get the pay, the money done due to our bills.
Towards whatever. And now we're dealing with these higher fuel prices. Higher fuel leads to higher food prices. So people are wondering, will I make enough on this paycheck in order to pay these bills, whether it's lights, water, cable, subscriptions to everything, because you know there's a subscription to every single thing, even for your door camera, the least of it all. Those things. Am I going to be able to pay these bills? Am I going to be able to put gas in my car? Am I going to be able to make my car note, my car insurance? And the list just goes on and on and on, depending on what your bills are. People are trying to figure out, how do I stretch this money until I get paid in another 2 weeks? Or if you're like me, I only get paid once a month. You're like, okay, what can I pay this month? What can go without? Maybe I have to pay a little bit over here so I can put a little bit over there. I mean, this is reality. This is where we are. Money is just not moneying anymore because work is not work anymore. They're barely giving us anything to make it. Meanwhile, they're making millions and billions of dollars. And this war does not help the situation at all. I was looking at videos I saw back in 1979 when they had the oil crisis because of the Iranian war. Yes, Iranian war. People in long lines, running out of fuel, and feeling like a lot of us are feeling. This is not necessary. At this point, if you're talking about we're worrying about a nuke hitting us, you're nuking us now with these prices. You're draining us out. We're constantly pouring money out, not enough coming in. And this is reality hitting. And a lot of people are facing this. Even young folks, single folk are facing this where they...
So, stress, anxiety, fatigue, I gotta start creeping in now, you know. We have been saying these things for a while now, but who have give ear? So with that I want to say once more, Kalalal, Yahawa, Bashimi Hawa Shai, Bashimi Kodash. Shalom.